So I've been working on my game's combat system, and now that it's at a good point, I want to break down how it works. This video should help anyone who's trying to make a combat system as similar to games like Brawlhalla get the idea on how to do so. For the combat system, I'm using a main script called Player Combat Manager and two state machine behavior scripts, one for light attack and another for heavy attacks. The Player Combat Manager takes care of all the attack logic, basically everything that happens when an attack is triggered and when the attack hitbox connects with an enemy. Here's how it works. The Combat Manager listens for inputs. When you hit an attack button, the state machine checks the Combat Manager to see if it was a light or heavy attack. At the same time, the Combat Manager also tracks your directional inputs. So, in practice, whenever the character is in a possible attack state, the state machine behavior checks the input direction and the attack button, then finds the right attack animation for the button combination. That means you can chain together up to 5 attacks. So a combo could look like side, up, slide down, with a mix of light and heavy attacks. Inside the Combat Manager, I've got a float called Attack Timer that keeps track of how long an attack animation lasts. Each attack state has its own duration set up in the state machine behavior, and when that state starts, it updates the Combat Manager's attack timer with that value. I also use a simple boolean to check if the player is currently attacking or not. Then, in the state machine behavior scripts, I have an enum called Attack Direction that tells the system which way the player needs to be pressing to trigger a specific attack animation. So when an attack state starts, the script grabs a reference to the Combat Manager on the player. Then while that state is running, it keeps things in sync, like updating the animator's is attacking parameter based on whether the Combat Manager says the player is attacking. This way, the state machine behaviors and the Combat Managers are always in communication. For example, when an attack kicks off, the state machine behavior sets values like attack timer, knockback force, and knockback duration on the Combat Manager, and those get used when the attack actually lands in the logic of the Player Combat Manager. Then upon transitioning from one attack animation, the next attack animation state holds an attack behavior script that also grants transition into another attack animation, or returning to the base animation state, say the idle animation, or directly onto the run animation. Using this setup, I can add more attack animations that link together through their parameters to create combos. It's not fully polished and containing features I have in mind yet, but I'm pretty happy with it for now. It's good enough to move on to other aspects of my game's development. I didn't go too deep into how the combat system works in this video, but if you want a full breakdown, just let me know in the comment section. I'd be glad to make one, as it also helped me spot areas I could improve.